So what are the actions that you need to take that will create wealth? Action number one, educate yourself about money. And that's why you are on the Wealth Masterclass. That's why you came here. That's why you paid to sit down to listen. You can never over-educate yourself. Look at the 20 psychologies of wealth creation, psychological attitudes towards money that I said I'm going to teach one day. When I sat down, I was writing it myself. I just found out, oh my word, 2 or 3 of them are slapping me in the face. You keep re-educating yourself. So when you think you know, you don't know enough. And just one psychological attitude can be the reason you are not doing well in certain areas. Educate yourself about wealth creation. Number 2, get a regular income source. Get a regular income source. Get a regular income source. If you have a job right now, don't drop your job. But along with your job, create streams, create streams, create streams. When you create streams, wealth flows through the streams. Wealth flows through the streams. Number 3, create a budget. Have a budget for wealth creation. Have a budget for managing your finance. Remember what we said. Money comes in. Step 1, give God his own 10%. Step 2, give yourself your own 10% as much as is possible. If you can put 10% of your income in a revolving interest-bearing investment, continuous, 10% every month, at the end of 20 to 25 years, if you started when you were 25 to 30, by the time you are 55, you are a millionaire. You are a millionaire, you will not retire at the same level as your mates. And then imagine if along with that, you are also into owning property. Owning property. Because you created a budget, you were able to now in your budget put the money that should go towards X, Y, Z. Because listen, emergencies always show. And if you don't create a budget, you will live a life of emergency, quenching fires all the time. You will belong in the fire department, just quenching fires, quenching fires, quenching fires. Next, have enough insurance, but don't over-insure. What do we mean by insurance? Have enough insurance. For example, life insurance, health insurance, insurance for yourself, for your family, for your children. Have insurance particularly for yourself. You will live longer. But particularly if something happens that have to do with your health, your disability did not stop your family from drawing some good income. Is explore all the insurance. One of my own policies when I began to do intense study on finance was that if I can create so much wealth through real estate, I will not take insurance. Because in insurance, if I give them 30 pounds and they make 90, what they will end up giving me or my family is 40. Whereas if I take the same 30 and I create wealth through real estate, I will do much, much, much more than the insurance company will do for me. Not everybody will be able to do that. So that's why you should take insurance. Number 5, practice extreme savings from income. And when we say savings here, you know by now that I'm not a savings person. I'm just using the word savings for investment. Practice extreme savings. Draw from your money and invest. Extreme. Let friends laugh that your car does not match your status. There is a time it will match. There is the time it will match, but that's okay. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. Number 6, build an emergency fund. Build an emergency fund. Always have money that you can quickly reach out to in case of anything. Not too much, and yet not too small. An emergency fund. Well, that may not have interest on it. It may be in a savings account or a place that is within your reach. Build an emergency fund. Number 7, improve your skill set. Look at the young man I was speaking to. He read IT in the university, in one of the local universities. Began to hear about finance apps, and he began to do his own study. Began to move around those who create this kind of apps. And when I was mentioning this or mentioning that one, they're all his friends, including the guy who created Flutterwave. Flutterwave has become a massive financial app platform that is now global, starting through a young man while he was working in bank in Nigeria. Improve your skill set. Number 8, explore passive income ideas. That is incomes while you are not there. You bought a set of apartments, and they now bring you rent. And you created a system whereby the rent is also revolving to buy the next house. The rents are revolving to buy the next apartment, or deposit for the next apartment, deposit for the next apartment. So that the wealth creation process of your real estate is itself creating another wealth. Number 9, embrace passive investment also. Passive investment is, you don't have to be there, but you are investing. You are putting money into it. Maybe you even heard of a company. A friend came to you and said, we want to start creating this app. We're looking for people who put 2,000 pounds down. You made all your inquiries. You could see that truly this thing can work. Passive investment, you put your money there. You are not there to supervise what they are doing. You have embraced it, and you can be hopeful that the thing will increase. Of course, there are some startups that didn't do well, but how about the startups that exploded and did very well? Number 10, rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. Have you met a poor person? 10, please. Slide number 10. That think they already know. You find that rich people, they are constantly learning and growing. As the young man spoke, I was learning. And I was also sharing with him. And when he told me all his ideas, I told him about things he has never heard of. I said, have you ever heard of Madrid Protocol? He said, what is Madrid Protocol? I said, you are telling me you have copyright, but your copyright only covers the countries where you have been copyrighted. Madrid Protocol makes your company to be copyrighted global, everywhere on earth. That may be a teaching for somebody on the platform right now too. And I told him the story of our church, KRCC. That we once had a guy on our trustee board who was a lawyer, and he came up with Madrid Protocol. When I heard the cost, I was so angry. So much money to pay. I just was so unhappy that we'll pay that kind of money to register copyright, to give us global copyright. But later I found that the value was huge. If you try to register KICC, the day you try it anywhere in the world, it will notify us in the UK, and our lawyers will stop you. Only 2 places on earth registered before us, and they registered their local copyright. KICC, that is Kenyatta International Conference Center in Nairobi, and another one in Israel. We are the only ones who have the right to that abbreviation, global. Global. Anyone you see using it other than those 2, they did not register. A church in Atlanta tried to use it. Boom! The thing flashed up, and they were stopped. They were shocked. They were told a church in London has a global registration. A guy in South Africa tried to use it. Boom! The thing showed up. So rich people constantly learn, they grow. Poor people think they already know. You'll find a poor person will be giving you advice on what to do with work, how to spend. They'll be giving you counsel. In fact, sometimes they tell you work too much. If you do this, you should do this. Put your money over there. Oh, really? I mean, with all due respect to all of you who are financial advisors, but sometimes it's just very funny. You're still trying to build some tiny wealth, and you've chosen to train as a financial advisor. So you sit down to tell a billionaire what to do with his money. Have you ever thought of the fact that this person has much more than I have? He did something that made him create this wealth. Number 10, rich people constantly learn to grow. So people who stay stuck often refuse to consider a new perspective. Don't stay stuck. Take actions. Do something you've never done before. Move quickly. Break out of the rut and the mold of the past. Number 11, poor people let fear stop them. Rich people act in spite of fear. There is no major investment that you will not have a degree of fear. There is none. You want to buy land, you want to check, you want to buy a house, you will check. Why are you selling? Who is the one behind it? I mean, I woke up this morning, somebody wants to know our company registration because he wants to buy a house. His lawyers want to know our company registration. They want to do their due diligence. Cool. What they are going to do is check out all the accounts we have submitted as a company. We have the capacity for what we say we're doing. Rich people act despite their fear. They turn their fear to an instrument for due diligence. So when we say due diligence, sometimes due diligence is sometimes out of good fear, checking a person out. It's like marriage. You don't just marry a guy you saw at the club yesterday. Say, the guy danced well, I'm going to marry him. You don't know if he's a wild beater. Poor people let their fears stop them. They've done away with my money before. They've done this to me before. They've done that to me before. So poor people never create wealth. 15 minutes more, and we are yet to review a book. So I'll just do 5 more minutes of teaching in this action thing, and then we'll do the book review. Number 12, poor people work hard for their money. Rich people have their money work hard for them. The two are different. A rich man will send his money to work. A poor man will go to work. A rich man will send his money to work. So while the rich sit down, while the wealthy sit down, their money is working for them. Their money is buying properties. Their money is working for them. Their money is opening doors. Their money is in S&P 500. So every time General Motors sells, they are part of the sale. Every time General Electric sells, British Telecom sells, that is if you're in the FTSE 100, they are part of the company that sold. Every time Thames Water, whatever companies are in the top 100 in the UK, in FTSE 100, every time business is done, they are part of it because their money is working hard for them. But the poor man is working hard for money. As we were walking around the estate, there were these men who removed their shirt, their clothes are only on the pants, and they're carrying heavy mix of cement, sand, and stones at sunset. How much do they earn per hour? And I told him, what meager amount. They work hard for their money. But somebody else, his money is working hard for him. Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. Rich people manage their money well. That's why the rich get richer and somebody's getting angry. That's why the wallet of the wealthy becomes fatter and the wallet of the poor becomes skinner and tighter and smaller, and he's getting angry because he does not realize he mismanages his money, because all he does is he works and eats. In fact, when we used to, I can't remember what it is, but when I was a kid, there was a kind of game of football we play, which we call walk and eat. I can't remember it anymore. I don't know what we do. It's a long time. It's a long time I played football in that kind of context. But we had a game. I don't know what it was, whether it was like if you scored, you get rewarded. I don't remember. So poor people work and eat, 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 work and eat. They mismanage their money. So that's why they are always saying there is not enough. But rich people manage their money well. They don't eat all of it. And you may say, but they have enough not to eat all of it. They formed the habit from when they were young not to eat all of it and not to hoard it at the same time, the psychological problem. But as they eat little out of much, they took the much and put in investment, not hoarding and hiding. They still do good things because you find sometimes people who know how to be generous have always been generous, even when they didn't have much. They've always been generous. People who are tight have always been tight. You need to break those habits. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. When you see a poor man, all he focuses on is how much they are paying him. How much are they paying me? How much are they paying me? This is my income. This is my income. I earn 10,000. I earn 40,000. I earn 25,000. No. A rich man is focusing on his net worth. How many houses do I have? What is their value? If there's a distress sale today, how much will my lands be worth? What is its value? So rich people focus on net worth, not income worth, not working income. In fact, if a rich man has working income, maybe the money he has in building something, he's not focused on that. He's focused on when it is sold, what is the value? So one person focuses on value, the other focuses on just the little income he draws. So you need to change your actions, change your so remember the habit again, habit, attitude, your beliefs, and your actions. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. What does that mean? When a rich or wealthy person sees opportunities, he will diversify. He'll put his money here and there. He believes that both should bring things to him, or they should bring things to him. That's why, in fact, a statement of wealth creation is in the Bible. It says, cast your bread. It says, sow here, sow there. You do not know which one will bring to you, either this or that, sow all over the place. But the poor person only has one mindset. It is either this or the other one. Either I'm working here or I'm working there. I can't see both bring income to me. But a wealthy person sees money flowing from many rivers. 16, rich people choose to get paid based on result. Poor people get paid based on time. A poor person sells his time. A wealthy person charges for result. He says, what would you give me if I make this happen? You say 7 million. A poor person says, I'm going to be here working for you for 5 days. What will you give me? So one is discussing how much his time is valued. The other is discussing the delivery and the value. So you may find that the wealthy person, it took him 5 minutes to solve the problem, but contract is contract. The poor person is thinking of how much time. How much time?